Rise and shine, old Yorkie, it's almost 8. The sun's climbing high, don't delay or be late. In the realm of adventure, of myth and a dream, it's time for another Tales Over Coffee stream. So Yorkie's a game of tales rich and bold. As the morning unfolds, keep a death count to hold. He'll keep on pushing till he wins every fight. Let's put a pep in our step and start the day right. With a sigh and a rush, he gathers his gear. Tales over coffee, time to face the fear. Grabs his lucky mug and his glasses with care. Prepares for the stream with a flare in the air. Old Yorkie's the game of tales rich and bold. As the morning unfolds, keep a death count to hold. He'll keep on pushing till he wins every fight. Let's put a pep in our step and start the day right. So tell us, Yorkie, what game will it be? Sci-fi or horror or high fantasy? Old Yorkie's ready with a weapon in hand to conquer new quests or make his last stand. In full swing, chats alive and loud. Dead again, Yorkie screams for crying out loud. In worlds of adventure where the action is wild, fail hard, not try hard, the story's compiled. Through challenges aplenty, we'll stand by his side. With each epic battle, our spirits will ride. In this virtual realm where legends are born, old Yorkie's our hero in the fresh light of morn. Old Yorkie's a game of tales rich and bold. As the morning unfolds, keep a death count to hold. He'll keep on pushing till he wins every fight. Let's put a pep in our step and start the day right. Through realms of legend and challenges so grand, Yorkie takes the lead with a weapon in hand. With laughter and wit, he faces the day, counting each mishap as he finds his own way. Fights hard, watch his character die. How much will he progress now the stream's end is nigh? In this virtual realm where legends are born, old Yorkie's our hero in the fresh light of morn. Old Yorkie's the gamer, tales rich and bold. As the morning unfolds, keep a death count to hold. He'll keep on pushing till he wins every fight. Let's put a pep in our step and start the day right. As the sun rises higher and the morning draws on, old Yorkie wraps up, but the adventure's not gone. Reflecting on battles, both won and lost, he signs off with a smile, no matter the cost. And when he finally beats this game and is done, head to his community page, there'll be a vote on. Say thanks for the views, he leaves the next game to you. A poll for the next game, there on YouTube. Join us each morning for Tales on the Stream, with old Yorkie in charge, living out the dream. Keep track of the mishaps in this gaming delight, in the world of adventure in the dawn's early light.
It's your old pal Yorkie here, strap in tight, cause we're blasting off Saints down the fear. In the land of pixels, we're not just playing, we're taking down aliens, no one's delaying. From 8-bit brawls to interstellar fights, the Saints are here, ever soaring heights. From the White House chair to the cosmic sky, laser sword swinging, never asking why. The president of chaos, I'm running the scene, ruling outer space like it's all a dream. Alien overlords think they got a hold, but the Saints just laugh. Yeah, we're way too bold, defending Earth with a cosmic twist. Presidential power, check it off the list. Yogi and the Saints, rising up the ranks. Lock and low, let's fill those alien tights. When the Saints in space, taking control, blasting through the stars, rock and roll. Yogi leads the way, never gonna fold. Saints in space, and we're breaking the mold. Leaping over buildings, flying through the sky. Super speed and strength, watch the enemies cry. Got the power of the gods, smashing every gate. From fire to ice, we dominate. Run like the wind, punch like a train. Tossing aliens round, driving them insane. It's not just guns, it's supercharged might. The Saints are superhuman and we're winning the fight. Never backing down, not afraid to chase. The Saints keep it cool, even out in space. We're the Saints in space, taking control, blasting through the stars, rock and roll. Yogi leads the way, never gonna fold. Saints in space and we're breaking the mold. Rocket launchers, dubstep guns, blowing up the streets just for fun. Chaos is the name, may have missed the game. The Saints bring the noise, set the city aflame. From tanks to jetpacks, we're rolling deep, wreaking havoc in space, never losing sleep. Singing troops, yeah, they scatter and flee, cause the Saints do it all, breaking every decree. Yogi's in the cockpit, never gonna slow. Saints on a mission, let's start the show. We're the Saints in space, taking control, blasting through the stars, rock and roll. Yogi leads the way, never gonna fold. Saints in space, and we're breaking the mold. Death drops and alien tech upgrading weapons, ever holding back laser beams and plasma rounds, making big booms of killer sounds. Customize the loyal, switch up the gear. Explosion so let me can help but cheer. From pistols to rifles, we mod it all. Saints go big, never think it's small. Yogi leads the way, we're the Saints so bold. Out of this world, breaking the mold. We're the Saints in space, taking control, blasting through the stars, rock and roll. Yogi leads the way, never gonna fold. Saints in space, and we're breaking the mold. Wait, chat, let's make this a thrill. Keep a death count, who's seen me spill? Got knocked down 5, but I'm back again. Each fail's just fuel for another win. Resurrect, reload, back on the track. Saints don't quit, always fighting back. Saving the planet, breaking every chain. From steel port streets to an alien rain. Hack the simulation, crack the code. Taking down Signacs, heavy load. From rescue missions to cosmic fights, the Saints are here, shining bright lights. Yogi and the crew never letting go. Saints in space, putting on a show. We're the Saints in space, taking control, blasting through the stars, rock and roll. Yogi leads the way, never gonna fold. Saints in space, and we're breaking the mold. So there you have it, Saints in space. Yogi and the gang setting the pace. Thanks for tuning in, you know the drill. Hit that like, smash that bell, keep it real. This is just a start, so stick around. Saints in space, we're cosmos bound.
Rise and shine, old Yorkie, it's almost 8. The sun's climbing high, don't delay or be late. In the realm of adventure, of myth and a dream, it's time for another Tales over Coffee stream. So Yorkie's a gamer, tales rich and bold. As the morning unfolds, keep a death count to hold. He'll keep on pushing till he wins every fight. Let's put a pep in our step and start the day right. With a sigh and a rush, he gathers his gear. Tails over coffee, time to face the fear. Grabs his lucky mug and his glasses with care. Prepares for the stream with a flare in the air. Old Yorkie's the game, the tales rich and bold. As the morning unfolds, keep a death count to hold. He'll keep on pushing till he wins every fight. Let's put a pep in our step and start the day right. So tell us, Yorkie, what game will it be? Sci-fi or horror or high fantasy? Old Yorkie's ready with a weapon in hand to conquer new quests or make his last stand. In full swing, chats alive and loud. Dead again, Yorkie screams for crying out loud. In worlds of adventure where the action is wild, fail hard, not try hard, the story's compiled. Through challenges aplenty, we'll stand by his side. With each epic battle, our spirits will ride. In this virtual realm where legends are born, Old Yorkie's our hero in the fresh light of morn. Old Yorkie's a game of tales rich and bold. As the morning unfolds, keep a death count to hold. He'll keep on pushing till he wins every fight. Let's put a pep in our step and start the day right. Through realms of legend and challenges so grand, Yorkie takes the lead with a weapon in hand. With laughter and wit, he faces the day, counting each mishap as he finds his own way. Fights hard, watch his character die. How much will he progress now the stream's end is nigh? In this virtual realm where legends are born, Old Yorkie's our hero in the fresh light of morn. Old Yorkie's the game, a tales rich and bold. As the morning unfolds, keep a death count to hold. He'll keep on pushing till he wins every fight. Let's put a pep in our step and start the day right. As the sun rises higher and the morning draws on, Old Yorkie wraps up, but the adventure's not gone. Reflecting on battles, both won and lost, he signs off with a smile, no matter the cost. And when he finally beats this game and is done, head to his community page. There'll be a...
Alright there, sure mate, Yorkie here. Welcoming you not to Tales of a Coffee as the song I had got set up said. Don't know what I did wrong there. But to Wrath Righteous on Afternoon Adventures, cheers. Let's get back in there. We've saved Dresden. We've met with the council. Now there's something weird going on over here. Actually, let's start with going to the shallow grave. Alright, it's taken something looks dangerous over there. Looks like we have a bunch of demons coming towards us. No. Me. Let's take in the ruins of Ashbury Hamlet. Seems like there's something haunted going on there. Actually, I need to rest first. Let me just check that. This looks like a mess. Oh, hang on. I see a spirit over there.
The struggles never cease.
Range forms a bond with the companions. Bond allows him to spend a move action. Grant half-favoured enemy bonus against a single target of the appropriate. Okay. Not going to worry about that just now.
No reason to pause.
And this isn't going to work against undead. This might.
Search for the beauty with your not your eyes.
Give us a blessing, Sorzio.
The world is full of wonder.
Protective wind in case we get any sniping going on. Oh, hang on, I'm pressing the wrong thing here. There we are. Get myself with a full quill. Ember.
Trust in yourself.
Get that on yourself.
Yes.
And let's have some poison protection just in case.
Yes.
But if there's spirits here, what we do need is some death ward.
An. Efna. An. Efna. An. Efna. An. Efna.
At least against anything on the front lines.
An. Efna. An. Efna.
Alright, now. They're flying, I think, so probably don't need that.
Friendship lasts forever.
Oh, Brick, see if you can take this thing down. It's immune. It's immune. Another one coming in.
Away, you rascal.
Well, it's not immune to me. Guessing it's not immune to fire either.
I will resist.
It's not immune to you either. Thought you might be. Ulbrich, can you actually do anything against this one or not? No, it's immune to you completely. We can heal any damage. Soziel. Why can't we do the... Why can't we do this? I guess we're slowed down. Ow.
Your time is over.
Oh, it's almost down.
Prepare yourself.
Not immune to you. I'm surprised.
Begone, fiend!
Alright, that's an encumbrous thing. Ember, throw your thing, will you? This is getting painful. Ember again. This is painful. Come on. Ember again, please. That's not good enough. Maybe we can't do anything for us. Maybe. I mean, that's two. It's not a lot. Ember, we are desperate for you to do something here. It's on 94. Why can't they move? Paralyzed for 7 minutes? Hang on. I'm doing the wrong thing with Ember, aren't I?
This'll leave a bruise.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's immune to the Nabitsu touch.
I'm all right.
Ember? More from this if you please. What are you down to now? 66. 49. I'll be 44. Is that 29? 30. Ow! $19. It's 14, I believe, Ember. Still got 2 more. You missed! Oh, come on, Ember! Ten left. It's 3. Okay, it's down. That was painful. That was incredibly painful. Now, strength damage permanent. We're overloaded. Hang on, Sailor doesn't have a sword, does she? No. Sorry, Sailor. That's a great sword. That's not really what you use. Use long sword. Oh, long sword +1 there. Now, do we have any way of removing these bloody cursors? Well, that's you. Old break, what have you lost? A lot. Cat's down, but that's okay. That'll be recovered in no time. Ivu. I think the horse comes back to normal when we sleep. I'm not sure, we'll see. That was painful, but we've cleared it out. Anything else over here? If not, we'll leave. Still about 35,000, 36,000 to the next level. We will get there. Out we go. Hang on. Social's lost some stuff. Let's get him fixed up. We'll head back to the commander's place to the fortress of Dresden to rest up. Ouch.
They choose to stand against me?
Horse is dead. It's gonna be painful. Sealer, your first job is to get some healing on everyone.
Guide my hand!
You offend me.
You're done. Can she not put that down there? I think he's outside the range actually, I think that's why. And that's too close to us, that'll burn us. That will also go over us. Hang on, X. He's down. Sozio. Sealer. Hey, boo.
Make your peace.
Stand down.
You're done. How about you try and put them to sleep as well? Or maybe not. Just get forward, Sealer. We're all kind of overdone right now, aren't we?
I will resist.
Away, you rascal. Surrender or else.
You're done.
I must rest to fight another day.
Yeah, we got to take a rest here, unfortunately, because we are overburdened. Just realised I need to update the chat area in case.
Chalet, you always used to be so sad, but now there's happiness within you. It's like you're carrying a little candle.
You're right. I hope I don't lose this tiny flame. I hope I can keep it from going out.
You can, Arushle, keep the faith. My sister in Desna. Cat's back. Oh, he's a horse. I think the horse was dead as well, wasn't it? I just realised you also need to use some restoration magic. Can't quite get that yet. So the Citadel. Commander, Anivia greets you with a slight nod. I have some information for you, though what I found out is mostly innocent. It might be a cause for concern. Concern? What do you mean? It's about the well-being of one of your companions. Tell me. Soldiers have been gathering in the graveyard to play cards. We usually turn a blind eye to such things, so it's against regulations. We let them enjoy themselves as long as they don't cause too much trouble. And that's usually the case. But recently my people have noticed social among them. And gambling seems to be having an unhealthy effect on him. As you know, I usually keep my nose out of other people's private affairs. With do you? With all these spies and cultists, I have too much on my plate as it is. But this time, it's about someone you trust with your life. So maybe you should do something about it. This isn't an official report, just a tip-off from a friend. Alright, well thank you for the information, Anivia. You're welcome. I may have a chat with him. Early sunset. Otherworldly is a word that describes a stranger's face best. Everything about him indicates that he has arrived from another plane. He bows before you with grace and dignity. So that's what you look like, troublemaker. The whole plane of Elysium seems to be talking about you. Your power resounds through space like a bell. I hurried to the call so I could advise you and help you avoid any missteps. Boring, yawns Ivan. Wisdom is often tiresome. A mortal cannot be expected to wield supernatural power without guidance, so you would do well to take advice from an actual supernatural being. Thalindra Moonsong, you may call me Early Sunset. I hope to become your most trusted advisor in all matters, great or small. So you're a real Azata then? You came from Elysium? Not precisely. The news of you and your peculiar activities reached me while I was travelling between planes, so I have not come directly from Elysium. However, I can tell you quite a lot about it if you'd like. How exactly can you help me? I'll monitor your abilities, observing how they develop. You've probably discovered by now that they are somewhat chaotic and prone to spontaneous manifestation, without your deliberate will. It's not surprising. Azatas and other supernatural beings are created with their powers already part of them, yet you received yours as a sudden gift. That gift may be inconvenient and even dangerous for its wielder. I will try to learn more about it and teach you to control it over time. A mentor is essential for such an undertaking. If you really are a good mentor, then you should teach the fun stuff. You know, things like how to make pretty pictures on berry jelly with whipped cream. Ivor licks her lips. Not this boring stuff. Do you actually know anything about my power? It's unique, no doubt about that. Everything seems to suggest that you're somehow wielding the powers of the mightiest Azatas. Mortals possess many gifts and may reach extraordinary heights in sorcery, but your abilities are on another level entirely. They abide by different rules, if there are any rules at all to speak of. If this is the will of one of the gods of Elysium, I'd like to be the first to discover their intentions. That said, it may well be the careless folly long forgotten by its author, and not a deliberate design. In that case, you'll need my help to earn advice all the more. Well, I'm prepared to listen to you, so glad to meet you, Early Sunset. The pleasure is mine, the newcomer inclines his head. I'll take up no more of your time. If you wish to talk, I'll be nearby. It will take me some time and observation of you to ascertain how exactly your power manifests itself, and how you must wield it to stop it spiraling out of control. Once I have something useful to tell you, I'll inform you without delay. I'll listen, it doesn't mean I'll obey. Commander, I have alarming news. Sir CR seems to be ill. He has stepped back almost completely from commanding his people. His bright crusaders are a large and experienced force. Our strategy relies heavily on them. Please talk to him. It might be time for Sir CR to step down and hand over leadership to a younger, more energetic knight. He's not a young man anymore. It must be a struggle to keep up with his reputation. What do you know about his trouble? Just rumours, Commander. They say it's like his mind is somewhere else all the time. He's anxious and won't say what happened. So CR is respected. When people see him acting strangely, it breeds uncertainty in the ranks. I'll talk to him. Thank you, Commander. This is a necessary step to maintain our fighting ability. Right, let's check the affairs of the crusade. Fate of the Soldier. Relic will be augmented. When Staunton Vane turned evil, his battle hammer was reforged into a glaive named Solskjaer, and charmed by a demoness named Menago. Now this weapon is in the Crusaders' hands, and only they can decide whether to use its power. We can cleanse it. Plus 3 adamantine glaive grants you plus 2 additional daily use of lay on hands, fervor and channel energy class abilities. You possess them. That could be useful. Leave as it is. That gives us the summon a demon. Or charm it. While you're wielding this +3 adamantine glaive, your mount gets +3 bonus to all saving throws and a +3 bonus to CMD. No. The one that's useful for the person who's wielding it, which is Soziel, is that. The fall of Staunton is a tragedy and a disgraceful page in the history of the Crusades. The priests have purified his once glorious weapon through prayers and rites. Strengthening diplomatic connections. Religious feast. Fate of Rovagug. Fate of Chilbor. Fate of the Crest. Those are all this, but first of all there's the diplomatic connections for that one. Rank up. That's just strengthening diplomatic connections. Economy, religious feast, no. Command, disputing, no. Which are, yeah, let's start with this. Financing a crusade is a costly process, and the Diplomatic Council has to come up with new tricks to preserve the friendship of countries and nobility sponsoring the commander's army. Nothing else we can do right now. So it's time for me to go rest.
Men and women often look at me with lust in their eyes. But not you. I find being with you calming. Surprising as that may sound.
Unacceptable. A demon should feel fear when in proximity to a Hell Knight.
Yeah, well, you need to get over yourself, boy. Before we go further, let me see if... oh, hang on. That's Konomi. Commander, upon hearing word of your victory in the Battle of Dresden, many leaders in Elviston have considered taking a more active supporting role in the crusade. Fighting demons in the name of saving the world is a prestigious endeavour, especially when the war is going well. The one whose help is accepted first will increase their standing in the political arena, which is why the powers are now competing for the right to conclude an alliance with Mendev before their rivals do. Nerosian has already chosen which of them is to be favoured, Isgar. We've been building an alliance with that nation for a long time. Now the capital is expecting you to address the steward of Isgar with an official offer to support you. Last of all is Mendev's most trusted ally. We're to ask someone for support, it should be them, the Shining Crusade. What say we invite the Sword Lords of Braveway to this party? The righteous Mendevian knights just love these hot-headed provincials. Will draw their weapons and challenge you to a duel at the drop of a hat. And get this, and they win such duels. Nerosian will be ecstatic to have allies like these, and I hope the demons will enjoy their company as well. Just as a note, we happen to have a neighbour who's got barely any presence in the crusade. I'm talking about Numeria. It's believed to be too wild and barbaric to have any dealings with. How about we show everyone how wild and barbaric tribes can fight and invite them to play a bigger part in our war? Why would you think Nerosian decides who I should help? I'll get help from. Because you are, with all due respect, one of Her Majesty's subjects. Lady Konomi's voice draws sterner, but after a moment subsides into a more confiding tone. And because it took a great effort from Mendev's diplomatic corps to win Isgar over and ensure you would receive their help. Are you confident that the allies you choose yourself will be as reliable? I'm not sure the allies you're bringing to me will be reliable, to be honest. You keep telling me they're not, unless I kowtow and follow their every order. Anyway, why can't we call everyone for help? I wish we could, but we can't. The Chilaxians and their colonies can't stand the Andorrans. Multoon is at war with Nirmathas. Nidal and Last Wall are at daggers drawn, and all of them envy the wealth of Absalom. Protest against the godlessness of Bruma and fear the revolutionary plague of Golt. They can tolerate each other in small doses, but an official letter from the commander summoning one of the nations to assist the crusade will lead to, shall we say, an eruption of toxic volcanoes across half the courts of Avistan. So I'm afraid you'll have to choose which of your allies is most desirable to you. See what the council had to say. Lady Konomi's voice turned silken and somewhat condescending. Commander, we both realise that Mendev's political interests lie beyond the competence of this council. The decision is already made in the capital. Nerosian has shown its courtesy and concern for your authority by allowing you to implement this decision yourself. That's not concern or courtesy for authority. That's expecting me to be their puppet. Don't you understand the difference? Are you an idiot? And you're dangerous close to making me angry. Lady Konomi looks at you fearlessly, and you are dangerously close to ruining the carefully arranged political scheme that will allow Mendev to strengthen its relationship with one of the most influential states in Avistan. I believe your tactics are far riskier than mine. I trust my own council more than the royal council. Indeed, what could Her Majesty's most loyal subjects possibly know about diplomacy? Let us listen to the council. Sozil, why do you suggest we accept Lastwall's aid? The shiny crusades of Lastwall and Mendev have much in common. We protect Galarium from demons. They fight the undead and the legacy of Tar-Bathon. The Whispering Tyrants, like us last folk, are used to eternal war, and they're persistent, vigilant, and know how to oppose baleful magic. The swords were leaders on the front lines, and a watchful eye of their inquisitors will do as much good on the home front, or the spies of the Ivory Labyrinth roam. I'm not sure I like the idea of inquisitors, but other than that, it's good. Darren, what benefit do the Sword Lords offer us? A whole slew of benefits. We'll see some fresh blood in the war. Poke the also formal Nerosian with a stick. Recruit excellent fighters, proud as peacocks, just begging for a chance to prove themselves. And besides, this alliance can be easily arranged. Darren smiles wistfully. I used to take private lessons from a certain Sword Lord of high standing. Fencing didn't work out, but her lesson was gorgeous. Yeah, that's a fond memory, Darren, but honestly, I've met one of these sword folk. She ran off at the first sign of trouble. Darren, isn't this going a little far? We can't make decisions on such importance just because she had an affair with a Brevin. Lan, do you think Numeria will join us? If we treat them as equals, they will. They may be barbarians by the standard of a lands like Mendev, but nobody can call them cowards, and many of them are descendants from Sarkorians, who fled to their Kellid kin in Numeria. We'll remind them about the time they were wronged by the demons, and whole clans of Avengers will answer the call. Well, you are so passionate about finding new friends. Together you will, let's see, sit by the bonfire, play some dissonant musical instruments, pick your teeth with knives. What else do savages do for fun? We dance around naked, obviously. Sorry, I can't bring you along. They'll make fun of me having such a scrawny friend. There's a reason why Numeria hasn't been invited to join this crusade. Needless to say, I personally do not share this prejudice against them, but not all sovereigns of Avistan feel the same way. Some will find it beneath them to be involved in the same crusade as barbarians. If they've got such a tenuous opposition of the demonic army swarming the lands, I don't see the need to have them around, because they're not reliable anyway. But why don't you tell me what we can expect from Isgar? Isgar is a nation locked in constant territorial struggle with goblin tribes. Countless battles have tempered their army, taught them not to fear losses, and granted experience in both the military craft and cultivation of untamed land. Their formidable combat sorcerers would be of great use to Dresden, would you not agree? There is, however, another reason to pursue such an alliance with them. Isgar is a protectorate of Cheliax, and with a mighty patron at their back, they have no shortage of resources or troops. By establishing friendly relations with Isgar, we can strengthen our ties with a powerful neighbour in the south. The value of such an alliance is indisputable. Lady Konami, I do not doubt that only your innate modesty forbids you from mentioning the innumerable bribes received by Neurosian diplomats for facilitating this alliance. I imagine Cheliax was most generous, however, Among the funds that make their way into the army's coffers, I could not spot a single coin of Chilaxian mintage, so why would we help you? He's calling you out, Konami. I've made my decision. Actually, I want to see what they are. Unlocks Inquisitor's mercenary unit. I don't want that. I don't like Inquisitors. On a role-playing basis, my Desmond does not like Inquisitors, especially having met Holron. Unlocks Duelists. Again, on a role-playing basis, I'm not impressed by Duelists after meeting Jamandi Aldori, whatever, or Jan Aldori. Barbarians. Powerful offensive infantry, not bad. But for once, I think I will go with Konami. I like the idea of sorcerers casting spells. Your wisdom never fails you. Nerosian will be pleased to know you're not squandering allies whom they have taken such pains to attract. The battle sorcerers of Isgar, hardened in the clashes with goblins, will serve you well. I won't detain you any longer, Commander. When matters of foreign or domestic politics once again require your attention, I'll convene the Diplomatic Council. Anything else here? Can't do anything with that right now. They're studying the Sword of Valor. Oh, forming a military council. Yes, please. A council of officers seasoned in the arts of war will help the commander to implement new tactics and diversify her army's ranks with more skilled units. Then we've got these. Let's see about the Crest of the Fallen Knight. Can't do a religious feast just now. So let's skip a day so we've got the council formed. A Kellid in well-worn travel robe with a deep hood offers a respectful bow. His voice is quiet and motionless. Greetings, Commander. To be granted an audience with a figure of such importance is a great honour. Your victories have impressed and inspired me, which is why I wish to do my part in the Crusader struggle. Who are you? The visitor's quiet words sound like the rustling pages of dry and impersonal. My name is Velg, and I am a Kellid. My lineage dates back to the Sarkorian clans, and bonds of kinship have always been sacred to my family. When the world wound opened, my ancestors fled Sarkoris, but they did not forget their homeland. Even before the Crusades began, my great-great-grandfather marched in defense of our people. He perished, as they all did. My great-great-grandfather and his eldest sons joined the First Crusade. Sorry, my great-grandfather. My grandfather joined the second. Our family's warriors have fought in every crusade, and that is why our bloodline is now extinct. They say this crusade will be the last, and so I've come, alone, for there is no one else. I'm no warrior, but I still wish to be of use to you. How do you plan to help me? His words, devoid of colour and emotion, run together to form a monotonous, endless stream. For 23 years I have been gathering documents on Sarkoris. They contain numerous mentions of the history of the Blackwater clan. The clan was beset by demons, as its members had dedicated themselves to creating a powerful weapon against Worldwound. The clan needed more time, but no support came from their neighbours, and so the Blackwaters were destroyed. But the fate of the clan is not important right now. What is important is that thanks to certain ancient maps, I've been able to pinpoint the location of their settlement. If you go there, you'll be able to verify my findings, and if you happen to find a weapon that will help you fight the demons, it will bring me satisfaction and pride. My life will have purpose. What kind of weapon was the Blackwater clan working on? My thoughts on this matter are pure speculation. Perhaps it was a blade that could cut down even a demon lord, or an artifact that could call an endless host of spirits, or a circlet that could reverse the flow of time or erase planar invaders from reality. The Blackwater clan operated in secrecy to protect their work from spies, unfortunately an ever-present concern, and to avoid drawing the demons' attention before the time was right. You have an odd way of speaking. His pale, expressionless face twists into a poor approximation of an apologetic smile. I am a scholar. I know how to speak through manuscripts and prefer to express my thoughts using my quill instead of my tongue. Social interaction is not my area of expertise, so I ask for your understanding when it comes to my rather rudimentary communication skills. Thank you, I'll put this information to good use. He bows deeply. It pleases me to be of use to you. Gather your band, War Chief. We're going back to the ruins of Current Glen. Why do you need to go back to the ruins? Remember that white wolf we saw in the ruins? Every night I see her in my dreams, standing next to the stone voices. Wait, let me finish. Albrecht holds up a finger, apparently expecting you to interrupt him. I know you can't trust dreams, that's what I always say. I'm a Desmond, mate, don't worry about it. But I'm also no stranger to spirits and their workings. I know the difference between a dream that's sent from above and one that's sent from my belly after a hearty dinner. But the Griffin's Wing, I swear that wolf is a friend. One of the guardians of Old Sarkoris, just like my Ervar. And if she's calling me to the stone, then we must go to the stone. Very well, we will do. Maybe not immediately, but we will go there. I don't rightly know what we'll find there, but we'll have to start with the Stone of Voices. It was silent the last time, but this time it'll be a different story. I can feel it in my gut. Durden looks around as if not exactly sure what he's doing here. Commander, how is our crusade going? Our crusade? You weren't exactly thrilled to join the Crusaders. Of course I wasn't thrilled. But in unfavourable circumstances, a man cannot allow himself to wallow in gloom and despondency. What a man can do is look on the bright side of the whole situation and change circumstances as much as possible. I, for instance, am certain that I'd be able to throw a rip-roaring party, even in a crater of an erupting volcano, with my hands tied behind my back. So what brings you to me? Oh, it's just a trifling thing. I wish to make a donation to the Crusade cause. It seemed a smart decision to me, because what's good for the Crusade is now tightly intertwined with what's good for yours truly. I did have to give the revenue from my estates a good shake-up and send a few courtiers scurrying about, but in the end I managed to acquire a couple of decent items. All in all, here is a donation to the Crusade and its commander. You must try them out for yourself. I offer these gifts from the bottom of my heart. Wand of pox pustules and wand of ray of sickening. I can sense your own agenda in these gifts. Clever! Nice joke, Darren. Darren smirked slightly. I thought of you while selecting these gifts, and now I must beg your forgiveness and bid farewell. I still have plans in order to send a package of special gifts to my dearest cousin. I'm sure you do. Is it a helmet that you used as a paste pot? Captain Odin. The tall, gaunt half-elf salutes you solemnly, Commander. It's an honour to call this first meeting of the Military Council to order. I am Captain Odin, and I've been serving under your command ever since the assault on the Grey Garrison. I will do my best to be of as much use to you as possible in this role. The Fountain, shut up, Rachel. Well, Commander, your sister Sealer is no renowned general, but she's spent half her life tussling with evil. It looks like I'll be stepping up on behalf of all of Amide's faithful here. I hope my advice will prove useful. Demons aren't the first invaders to come to our lands of Sikoris. I know this country. And I know how people used to fight here in the old days. Listen to me, War Chief, and I'll tell you how to turn this land into your ally. The first issue on the Military Council's agenda is the reorganisation of troops. Our infantry has been bled dry. The forces Her Majesty granted us were enough to take Dresden, but we need more troops to hold it. Furthermore, the army was assembled in great haste after the assault on Canabres, and was never adequately equipped. Unfortunately, we don't have much time for redeployment. Our scouts report that a powerful Baelor, Koramzadeh, is already preparing a retaliatory strike on Dresden. But we can rely on freshly conscripted Mendevian soldiers. They may not have the skill, but our strength, as always, lies in the number and the fervour of the volunteers joining our crusade. We can't throw everyone into the meat grinder. We'll just get our youths killed for nothing. We need to select the best among the recruits, or even better, hold a contest. The bravest and most capable will join the Crusaders. Shut up, Rachel. Never enough folk, same in war and in peacetime. We dealt with that problem by finding helpers among the animals. Why can't we do the same now? Strengthen the infantry with war dogs. One soldier with a dog at his side is more like 1.5 fighters. I like the idea, Oldbrig. Captain Norden, what does the Military Council do? The Military Council determines the strategy of our troops, enacts army reforms, approves new equipment standards, and makes decisions on all issues regarding military action on the front lines. And who is this Baelor Karamzadeh? Is that the one we fought? The most trusted servant of the Demon Lord Discari. Among the historians of the Mendevian Crusades, he is known as the strategist of the World Wound. He is not as renowned as Minago, or the Conqueror of Dresden, or Hebzimera, the daughter of Baphomet, but he has claimed the most major victories over the forces of Mendev. He's a general, and quite possibly one of the best tacticians in the entire Abyss. I've been studying his style of warfare for years. It may seem like an ordinary demon, another typical war taskmaster, but that's a fallacy. Like a beast following a scent, he senses weakness in his enemy's defences and strikes at them, sending soldiers to bring targeted carnage. His uncanny charisma attracts more and more soldiers to him, so he's never short on troops and sacrifices them like pawns whenever he pleases in order to achieve his victories. Karamzadeh is the face of the demon host. For many years I've been gathering research on him, preparing for the day our armies would clash with his once more. I hope my council will help you defeat him, but so far Karamzadeh has known no defeats. Oh, he will do, don't worry. Got a question from my advisors. Ready to answer any questions you may have, Commander. Sealer, have you ever commanded an army before? Not on a scale like this, of course, no. But I've fought evil and I know its tricks. Besides, war makes people callous, and it's always useful to have a paladin advisor around to remind you at critical moments what we're actually fighting for, right? Yeah, I agree. Rachel, you just sit back there. Ulbrich, do you have any military experience? Do I have experience? I fought on this land back when it was still called Sarkoris. I led my clan on raids against our neighbours, drove invaders from our land, and I went to war with my band against orcs and giants. What kind of Sarkorian would I be if I stood on the sidelines now? Fair enough. And who are you, Captain Norden? Captain Norden bows ceremoniously. I've served on the front lines of the Mendevian army for over 25 years, and in that time I've gained a wealth of combat experience. His voice sounds calm, but his face darkens at the mention of a wealth of combat experience. I'm considered one of the foremost experts on tactics and strategy in Queen Galfrey's officer corps. I'm not going to say it to you, but let me just think. Queen Galfrey's officer corps and the troops have been losing for 100 years. It's not a big boast, but I will hear what you've got to say. I've spent my whole life studying this craft of warfare, and I'm familiar with the thoughts of all prominent military leaders in the last 5 centuries. Furthermore, I wholeheartedly believe in the traditions of Mendev's military art, and will gladly share my... Oh, do you? That's worrying. My knowledge with you, Commander. No more questions. I want to hear the opinions of my advisors. Everyone looks at you expectantly. Sealer, do we really need only the bravest and most capable for our infantry? I mean, we can't send untrained rookies to the slaughter. We have a right to command only those who are ready for battle, those who can defeat the enemy. We must find out who has the skill and guts. Contest perfect for that, and a little excitement for our warriors couldn't hurt either. We won't get that many winners, but their strength will come from their prowess, not their numbers. Shut up, Regil. Ulbrig, how will war dogs help our infantry? A loyal hound is more than just a set of sharp fangs. It's an extra pair of eyes, a keen nose, and another head, in a way. It's no soldier, but it's extra fighting power. Since we can't get any more human warriors from anywhere, we should swell the ranks with four-legged fighters. An interesting idea. Captain Odin, you just want to gather up some recruits from Mendev? Yes, institute a draft and try to amass as many new soldiers from Mendev and other lands as we can. We've always drawn our strength from our zeal and our determination to oppose evil. If we start holding contests or selections, we'll turn a holy crusade into a job for the chosen few and scare away future volunteers. If we try changing our tried and true tactics, we'll lose valuable time. How have your tried and true tactics gone so far, Odin? Think about what you're saying. Sorry, I don't want to have to say that to you, but we have to change. It's not working. Our army is in need of fresh blood right now. Everything's clear to me. Right, our options. We'll get champions there. All footmen turned into champions. Hers isn't a bad option. Use dogs to reinforce the infantry. Houndmasters. Summon animal hound. Houndmasters are accompanied by their loyal dogs, who lend their master an extra pair of eyes and well-powerful jaws, as deadly as any other weapon on the field. New recruits? No, I can't agree to that. Sealer, I'm tempted to go with you, but honestly, I'm a child of nature. I think I want to try the dogs. Training a dog for war is no easy task, but we have a few tricks in Sarkodis. Druids today aren't a patch on the old ones, of course, so you can talk to the beast. And that's all we need. I'll train 5 dogs and they'll quickly supply our army with 4-legged reinforcements. Captain Odin salutes you formally. Thank you for your time, Commander. When the reforms are finished and the ranks of our infantry are replenished, I will assemble a military council to discuss the future. Alright, anything else here? Not that we can do right now. And so, we head out. Now, there are some places within the city that I want to look, aren't there? Half Measure Tavern, let's go there first. The boy sitting on the counter looks about 18. He salutes you with dignity, though his eyes scarcely rise from the tavern's ledger. The Knight Commander at my establishment, what an honour! My name is Pai Kato. I'm the owner of the Half Measure. How should I address you? I ask because some don't like undue familiarity, while others scoff at the tediousness of ceremony and titles. Call me by my name. Deal. I know your name, of course. Who in Dresden doesn't? So what can I do for you? Wine, meal, heart-to-heart talk? See what you have to offer first. Don't need a dagger +1. Not as they're using that or that. That might be useful. Check what bow she's using, I might give her that. Not as they're using spears or hand axes or dueling swords. None are using that, or that. And we can get rid of Darkhorn now. None of us are using tower shields. Resistance +3, that's good. Ring of protection +4, that's also good. Now, before I go further, you've got a gnome hooked hammer, cold iron gnome hooked hammer +1, compared to. You can have that. Lan, you're without weapons, my friend. There you go. Sealer, you're also without weapons. Other than that, which you don't use. You've got a composite longbow +1 and +2. I think we stick to the composite longbow +2. Unless, of course, there's something better as a longbow. Doesn't really look like it. Alright. What you might have as a tavern keeper is something useful in here. Apparently not a lot. Ooh, that's 34,000. Oh, we've got plenty. Cogs will grant the wearer +10 competence bonus on perception. Good. Whenever the wearer confirms a critical hit with any bow, the target becomes disoriented. Suffering a -4. Yeah, we'll take those. I don't see anything else we really need from you, though. Copy what you can to your spellbook. Now, if you ever travel with us again, that's more you can use, isn't it? Right. Oh yeah. Cloaks, etc. I will take that. I want you to have the goggles. You can have that. And you can have that. There's that so-called wonderful dwarf who basically stole our kill. Before you stand a dwarf, he has a stern, rugged features and looks to be well armed. He fills his pipe with tobacco from Garund, lights it and blows out a cloud of smoke. Finally addresses you in a deep, dignified voice. Who are you?
Don't you remember our last meeting? The name is Greybor. I'm an assassin for hire. But I suspect you're not here for small talk. Are you in need of my services?
Still smoking his pipe, the dwarf offers you a cursory glance. We already met in Canabris, didn't we?
Yes, I had a contract to assassinate a rather overconfident demon named Kylus there. I guess that counts as participation in the siege of Canabris. Not that my employer had any interest in the actual outcome of the battle. Come to think of it, the information my client provided me with was almost suspiciously accurate. They seemed to be aware both of the impending attack on Canabris and of the fact that Kylus was going to be there.
You also tried to kill that huge demon at the Battle of Dresden we'd already taken down, didn't you? What happened? Why'd you fail?
Yes, that was a failure. It was supposed to be a clean job. An anonymous client, a worthy target, a substantial fee. But the client insisted that I use an enchanted dagger they provided. I was assured that a single hit would be enough to finish the job, but it didn't work as expected. It was a serious blow to my reputation. And my reputation is everything to me.
Yeah, I'm told I have to hire you for a dragon hunt.
A large adult female? The one that's been snatching people and carrying them off? I've heard about her. That's an impressive target. I can take this job, but only if we do it soon. I'm expecting a new assignment from my regular client, and I'll have to leave as soon as I have the orders. And of course, you should know that this dragon will not come cheaply. 2,500 gold, paid in advance.
Is that meant to be a lot? Yeah, have some money.
Let's get down to business.
Have some chicken feed.
It's no easy thing to take down a dragon when you don't have wings, so you'll need to follow my lead. The best thing would be to catch her by surprise in her lair, but we need to find it first. Of course, since she doesn't leave tracks, that might be tricky, but I think I have a solution. We need to go west of Dresden, to the Grimwood Forest.
We do?
The dragon's been seen there often. According to the scouts, this is likely because there's still some wild game left in those parts. We'll set up an ambush there.
Okay, well, we might do.
I hope I can rely on your honesty. I understand that on our way to the dragon, there may be other fights or places we need to visit for various reasons. That's to be expected. However, should I see that you are deliberately delaying the contract, or that you're dragging me off to assault some demon citadel instead of going after the dragon, we will have to revise the terms of our agreement.
What do you want? 2, 3, 10 times the amount? It's not a lot, dude. You're not impressing. Just see if the tavern keeper's got anything else to say. How is it that such a young lad owns a tavern? Before the siege of Dresden, the half measure belonged to a distant relative. I won't bore you with the details of how his family died. Just 3 words: demon worshippers and sacrifice should be enough. Now that the city has been liberated, the authorities and Aramedes Church will be returning all what remains to the lawful heirs of the deceased. They take these things seriously, Mender. Fry suddenly slaps himself on the forehead. We started talking about the inn, and I remembered, but I wanted to thank you personally for defeating the demon in this very tavern when the city was liberated. Without you, who knows how many glasses he would have smashed before the Crusaders got to him. So please accept my thanks from the bottom of my heart. No problem, you didn't even have to pay us. Half Measure Tavern is a strange name. Oh, that's a family story. It's not for the faint-hearted, but you're not one of those, are you? One day before the Wardstones were erected, a peasant family got lost on the way to the fair and ended up on the borders of the World Wound. They stumbled upon a bored demon who killed the father right away. He then asked the mother if she'd prefer him to take all his children or only half of them. The sobbing woman looked at her 3 children and said half. The demon promptly cut the arms and legs off all the 3 children and said, I guess that's even, and disappeared. People across Dresden heard the story after the family found shelter at the local temple of Iomade. For many years they saved up for a regeneration spell, so the children could be made whole again. They eventually scraped together enough for just 1 scroll, and decided to give the youngest child a second chance at life. He soon became the tavern's first owner, and he called it Half Measure in memory of his family, and the terrible incident with the demon. He had a good life for a time, got himself married and always planned to help his brother and sister, though he never got a proper chance. When the demons had Dresden surrounded, the poor cripples tried to run for their lives, but they died on the spot. The brother and his wife died a little later at the hands of the deserters. There were rumours that the same demon that butchered the family came to Dresden and made a den of the half measure. If that's true, I guess he got what he deserved when you freed the city. That's the story. Why do you like sitting on the counter? 2 reasons, if I say seriously. Dresden isn't the biggest city, but it still has a few taverns and pubs. To compete with the others, I need people to remember my establishments and myself. That's the first reason. A tavern keeper who sits on the counter definitely sticks out from the others, who prefer to stand behind their bars, all dignified. Believe me, you're not the first one to ask. Sooner or later, every customer does. The second reason is the place of atmosphere. People should feel relaxed here. Life near the world wound is hard enough. Folks don't go to taverns looking to cause each other more trouble, so I allow certain liberties, myself included. I'm even thinking of hosting an invigorating brawl here on the 5th of every month. I'll let my favourite customers break glasses and swing on the chandelier. What's the feeling here in the city? I can only tell you about my customers. They're mostly working folks, the ones who are rebuilding what's been destroyed, along with soldiers and some merchants. Overall spirits are high, as high as they can be in Mendev, nation of rattling sabres and flustering banners. Everyone loves it when the demons get their horns, tails and other parts handed to them. They've already forgotten that we nearly lost Canabres. War is like that. People live for one day and the next is tomorrow, not yesterday. You've been a source of joy and inspiration for everyone as well. Just a simple girl who led our fight against the demons, defeated them, and thumped your nose at the Queen's Knights. People love that kind of story, and I'm delighted to see a fellow half-elf shining so brightly. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not going to ask what makes you think I'm a simple lass. I think that's flattery. This calls for a toast, doesn't it? Indeed. Drinks are on the house. What do your customers say about my new powers? They talk about you so much you could fill a hefty tome with theories about your birth alone. You may be the new herald of Desna, or perhaps her daughter. You were born from a beautiful flower, or you fell to Galarian with the falling stars when you marry her. The earth blooms under your feet and water turns to ale. Incidentally, if this last one is true, please don't perform that miracle too often, or you'll drive down my prices. Forgive me, but your little dragon has caused a stir among the townsfolk. She pokes her nose in everywhere. I recently found her in a pickle barrel, and she scolded me for keeping yucky things in a basement instead of goodies. But I don't mind. Small and relatively harmless dragons do attract customers, and they cause a not excessive amount of damage. I have to go, so long. Come again, you'll always be welcome here. Mentioning my dragon... No, I can't give you that. I was hoping I could. What about my fella here? No again. And I have no control over them gaining abilities, so I don't think they'll ever be able to. Now I do need to speak to CR. The old crusader looks anxious and disoriented. Yes? Has something happened? Where did your boy Morvig go? Pain shines in the old man's eyes. His fuzzy grey hair is dirty and hangs down in unkempt strands. He sighs heavily. He ran away. Packed his things in the dead of night and disappeared. Must have gone to find some demons to fight. He is a Khalid, and his entire clan are blood enemies of demons. They also worship the god Gorham. Did you see the straw wolf hanging from his neck? It's their clan talisman. It's called the Little Fang. I put in so much effort to get him to see the light of Ilmadi, but he imbibed his loyalty to Gorham with his mother's milk. I told him, you can't fight the darkness if you are guided by anger. Rage overwhelms you, you can't. You will either perish or become a villain. or get so used to war that you'll forget what it is like to live as a human. But he only had one thing on his mind: vengeance. For his family, for his ancestors, for his wounded honour. I tried to find him. He says he's been going to the tavern a lot lately. Everbright Crusaders don't go to taverns. We keep ourselves clean, body and spirit. But Morvig didn't go there to drink or play dice. He was looking for a guide, and he found one. A Kelly too. An old one, a descendant from the Sarkorians. Even the demons couldn't force them out of these lands. They say Morvig wanted to go toward Wintersun, an ancient Sarkorian settlement. But I don't know what he wanted there or where exactly to look for him. There's a lot of demons in that region. I can't send scouts there without an order to leave no stone unturned. There'll be too many skirmishes with monsters and huge losses. The old man looked completely devastated. I want to ask a few questions about yourself. About me? Yeah, Colbellin. Or me, the glorious Bright Crusader and leader of my order. Tell me about your past. The old man scratched his thinning fuzzy hair. About my life in the order, or before the order, it was a long time ago. As a boy, I decided there was too much evil in the world. Someone had to do something about it, try to fix it. I decided to become a priest, but then I saw the Everbright Crusader, so proud, so sure. And then someone came next to me and said, "What arrogant snobs." And he was right. We Everbright Crusaders actually are a little arrogant. So I thought maybe these invincible snobs could use the help and companionship of such a simple and warm-hearted lad like myself. Who knew that years later I'd become their leader? And your order? The Everbright Crusaders are not the oldest order, but our traditions are solid. For us, fighting the world wound is not a war, it's our service. We dedicate our lives to it, and also our souls. We have high standards, we live under many restrictions. We have no families, drink no liquor, play no games of chance, accumulate no wealth, and own no lands, even if we were entitled to them by birth. We reject everything that distracts us, that draws us to a peaceful life. For our hearts are always turned to war. But war is a grim, ugly thing that makes wicked everyone who takes part in it. And we keep our hearts so pure that we are not left sickened by war, so that your light does not fade, because darkness can only be overcome by light. Don't have any more questions. I have to go. Thea gives you a bright smile. Of course, Commander, you have a lot to do. May Omade guide you. If we find your lad, we'll bring him back to you. That's Soziel's pet, Monarch. It is night time. I guess he's meeting with his friends here, gambling, huh? The soldier stares at his cards in the dim light of a candle stub. Deal me 2 more. I'll double down. Coins clink as they land on the barrel. Deal me another one. What, another one? Are you bluffing, you little shit? Wait until we lay down our cards and you'll see if I'm bluffing. You don't immediately recognise Soziel's voice. In battle he's quiet and composed, but now you can hear furious, passionate excitement in his words. Fine, you scumbag, I call. Deal me another one as well. Excitement, passion and tension seem to hang in the air over the improvised table. It feels like lightning is about to strike. Soziel, what are you doing? The commander's here! The jig's up, let's bail. The candle stub is snuffed out. The cards are scattered into the mud. After a moment, only embarrassed Soziel remains. Well, they ran off. His voice no longer holds a hint of excitement. It's not like we were doing anything wrong. Everyone was mostly sober and made sure they behaved themselves. I was worried you'd gotten yourself into trouble. Thank you, I'm touched really, but I'm perfectly fine. I was just making sure no one else got into trouble. I know you'd never lie to me, so I think you must be lying to yourself. You didn't come here to minister to the soldiers. Why else would I come here then? To win a copper or two? You think this is an appropriate place for a cleric to be spending his time? Where? Amid soldiers resting between battles? Where I can monitor how they're coping with everything they've seen and done? Yes, I think this is a very appropriate place for a cleric. You said it yourself. Soldiers come here to unwind. Don't you need that too? Me? Soziel blinks in confusion as if the thought hadn't crossed his mind. Then he bows his head. You're right, I'm sorry. My behaviour was unworthy of a cleric of Shellin. I've been lying to myself, engaging in vices and passing off my selfishness as concern for my brothers in arms. It's unforgivable. Don't be foolish. You're a mortal, just like the rest of us. Not some all-powerful deity of mercy. You need time to relax like the rest of us. Please be honest with yourself. After a long silence, Soziel nods. Thank you. It's all jumbled up in my mind, the war and the horrors it holds. Our soldiers and what they tell me of their confessions. My own responsibilities. Lines from Holy Scripture. In the midst of all this, it's easy to forget I have my own needs and desires. Thank you for reminding me. The cleric picks up a dirty playing card and twirls it in his fingers. I'll not come here again. Please don't forbid these. I'm not going to. Things here are mostly civil, I swear, aside from the rare heated arguments. I'll be honest, I'll miss playing cards. That excitement when you have almost no chance of winning and the risk is high, even though the stakes aren't life or death, just a handful of coppers. But I'll try to find a less destructive outlet. Perhaps I'll speak to her at Beth and ask her to play chess with me. I wonder what will come of it, Soziel smiles. Thank you for helping me clear my mind. Good night. Alright, so that's him sorted out. Now... a woman in gold-embroidered robes greets you with a polite bow. Her eyes, the colour of molten gold, gleam brightly in her dusky face. Greetings, Commander. My name is Arsino. I am a messenger of the Temple of Abdar in Abadar and Absalom. I come here among the defenders of the fortress and could use a service of a cleric. I could use it. Let's see what you've got for sale. Right. Name from A to Z. Not looking for most of the stuff. Restoration first. Resurrection. And raise dead. Oh, hang on. I didn't get enough of the other. I want 10 more. Restoration. Where are you? Now, raise dead. Got rid of almost all the gold, but that's okay. Right, out we go. Go drop the priests off. Or clerics, whatever. Town masters. Oh yeah. You lot need to be forward, don't you? There we go. You can go down to these, join them. Marksman, good. Spearman. Not really have anything, so guess we'll move you. Let's see if you can do anything with them. Ow. Ow. Well, given how weak you are, no wonder you've lost a lot of troops. Got him. 22 of them lost, all gone. 2 of them lost, recovered. 3 of them lost, recovered. So we lost our scouts, or at least 22 of them. Warriors have discovered what attracts a horde of monsters. An impressive ambulance laboratory belonging to some insane alchemist. The laboratory had been mercilessly plundered, and the jars of elixirs and ingredients bore sinister holes through which the hideous creatures had consumed their contents, like some exquisite nectar. Luckily, some of the alchemist's inventory survived and now belongs to Crusaders. Alright. You can get promoted. Not really much you can do, you might as well just rest until you get more troops. These guys, however, the shy guys. And that's them. Now there's an army up here we can take on. I think they're dead. Nice and easy does it. A gang of cutthroats who had sold their conscience for demon gold has been destroyed. Their chief, a battle-hardened, scar-ridden mercenary, laden with valuable artifacts, is hanging in the noose. The trophies he received for murder will come in useful for the Crusaders. What did we get? Braces of heavy hands. These braces grant the wearer +3 bonus of damage rolls with the offhand weapon when dual wielding or wielding a two-handed weapon. Okay, so Sozio, that might be useful to you. Because the glaive is definitely a two-handed weapon. Oh, it might. I might have misread. It might be only if you're doing it one-handed. Oh no. Defeating the horde of flying monsters swooping in from the sky, many Crusaders got thinking that the battle tactics they know are not always suited to demon confrontation. With every new battle, the army gains invaluable experience, and soldiers are eager to learn, for their lives depend on it. Alright, that didn't really tell me anything much. Before we go any further, let's get down here. Nameless ruins. There's green gates here, which I believe is somewhere I don't want to be right now. Shrine of Sacrilege. Stench of fresh blood and ancient evil emanates from the cave under the mountain. A path that leads here is splashed with blood of the many victims that have been dragged here. At night, one can hear the hoarse voice of offering blasphemous prayers. The sound of the language the prayers are recited in is an insult to the skies. Right, that's nice and all. But where was Corinth Glen? Down there. Right. We're approaching 2 hours, so rather than get involved in something deep, I'm going to end there. Join us tomorrow, when we'll see what's going on at Current Glen, and have our armies take on more demon hordes. See you then.